I think we're good. Okay. So besides whatever's happening, we're good. I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay. So, we're here to finish episode case 2 of Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter's only 18? Just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. Hello, Cat. Welcome, welcome. We just started. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. It's... Maya, you have time to grow up. Hello, welcome, welcome. I'm good. I hope you're having a good day. I'm ready to finish this case today. I'm excited. Excited. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again, this is the second time. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Yeah, she's been through a lot in a year. How did I do? Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. I love Pearl is just an octave above Maya, and it's like, you just see my head go, like, from this to this, because it's like, I have to get up here for my higher toned voice, lordy, because she's 8 years old. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right, Pearly. Ugh. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Wasn't I already here? I feel like I've been here. Maybe not. Oh, I got a screenshot. That's what it was. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why does this feel familiar? It's like, oh yeah, because I got a screenshot that I needed for the stream thumbnail. It's like, oh yeah, that's what that was for. Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Oh, holy moly. At least I don't have to do that again for a while. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? There's a lot going on, Maya. Too much. June 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Bench is ready, Your Honor. Let's... oh goodness, the Francisca... whoa, boy. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolish clothes. Foolishly foolish clothes. Goodness. Foolishly foolish. I'm trying to get like the V's. The V's. Okay. The famous one is me, goodness. I'm the prodigy who never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. There it is, I found her. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Yes, they can be. So, don't mess with them. That's all I have to say on that one. I don't know about you, Phoenix, but you might want to, like, whoo. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is this meaning? What is the English? Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. And look, she's drinking tea, so I'm gonna drink my tea real quick. Weakness. Name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a matter of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a matter of speaking? I don't oh my goodness. I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? This poor judge is just question mark above his head going, huh? What? Who? What does this mean? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. Ugh. You be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? Well, that's just a sudden turn of events. Was it? I don't even remember if she was... I don't think we got to see what happened afterwards. All I know is that Morgan was in there with Maya, and that's all we saw left. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in possessed state managed to escape from the channeling chamber. English. I can speak English sometimes. That would be nice. Order, order, order. Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. You don't say. You don't say. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand and she was in a daze. They love using the same frickin' image. Then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. What? Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. That's goodness. Francisca von Karma. You drive me crazy. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Yeah, that can happen. Maya's escape. Those two barked on the door and entered the chamber. We'll just go down one by one. Just now you said those two. Who were those two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lana's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. Excuse you? What do you mean? Just because she has an afro on her head, you have big hair. They're about the same in quality here, lady. And just because she wears a vest and you wear a kimono, doesn't mean anything. Leave her alone. Holy crick. I already can see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? The other lady, please contact the police. That is true. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. So you stayed there by yourself? The lives of both the good and sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. But you would risk your own self to be there. Well, that's very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. Hello! Welcome, 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 welcome. I have 2 bars. Why do I have 2 bars? Okay, it was hanging from her hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement? You haven't missed too much. We just began. We're just cross-examining the aunt's testimony right now, so nothing really has happened too much. I guess except for my struggle to try to get the Von Karma's voice again. I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? Okay, it is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further. Ooh, so you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Yeah, it makes sense. Now, witness, continue with what happened. What happened? Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. I'm surprised we didn't hear anything, if that was the case. Alright, was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix? Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ugh. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. I don't think that's what she meant, but okay, Judge. Whatever makes you feel happy. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. She apparently hit the base of the neck, faded for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed on the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. "10 minutes? That's a long time. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that. Happy witness. Elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge went after that. Okay, next. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you had no idea where the defendant went? You would think that obviously, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. Goodness. It's true that This witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that?
She means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Of course it is, 'cause you say that.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly what we should be. Eek, be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee has done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was asleep in the side room at the time. Goodness, golly gosh. What is happening? Oh, right, weird. Okay. Eenie Meenie?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Yes, I can. Witness, name and occupation.
Okay, so my name is, Eenie Meenie. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meenie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct?
I guess.
If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is, alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, oh my goodness. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Yeah, he is your lifeline. After the murder.
When the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my gosh, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible.
How did she know where you were? Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Meenie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is... Witness.
Yeah?
In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it.
Like, do I totally, like, really have to?
Of course. Miss Meanie, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me.
I love the head bubble that I end up doing.
That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Woo! I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Edie?
I don't know. She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. Yes.
Goodness. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go as far as to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies at this point puts this as the truth. Take a bow. The end. She wears boots. I did not expect Eenie Meenie to wear boots. Okay. All the noise. Noise. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one big lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find the one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
You got it, Mia. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination... We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Okay. Yet again, this foolish fool spouts out more foolish dribble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. I think hers is just completely, like, gone. After the murder. Okay. How did you know when the channeling started? Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to be totally be a seedy day.
Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? No, you're not. I am also confused. Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were asleep?
A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was
oh my gosh, my sister. Okay, someone came in, really suddenly. Did they shake you awake? Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room.
Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay, like, it's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
I was telling my sister.
Are you absolutely sure? I guess?
You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I am an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time.
Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie?
Too many M's for my sanity. So sad. You were happy in a sad way?
Like, yeah, I was in... Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with a surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive once again?
But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult. But I, like, know all about the current channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to think anything was strange.
But, ow. Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Oh, it's very important. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that.
Her costume looked like totally normal? Normal in what context? So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance?
Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird.
Huh? Mia's talking to herself like she found something wrong.
That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on?
My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. So this, I know, is wrong. But what would I present? I was like, do I click? What do I click? What about, do I click Maya's profile? Nope, it won't let me. Okay, next. Load. Don't. This one. Okay, fine, we'll do the last one. See what she says. Something terrible. What was this thing she told you?
Alright. Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? Foolish fool with a foolish sieve, for brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask her to hear the story again? Hear it again. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. That one, oh, the whole thing. Okay, that specifically. That was no accident. Okay. Okay, so it was about this thing. That's fine. Eyeballs. Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it? I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Like, this makes sense? I just am trying to think, would it be this picture? Yep, I guess it's this picture. Looks like it's one of them. That was a very well spun line, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meanie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you mentioned. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. True. That and slash just the clothes? It's kind of like a little suspicious. You know? Just a tiny little bit. Okay. Order, Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. Eep. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Okay. Yes, now I see. Do you? What do you see? Can you tell me? And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Like, thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Alright, cross-examination. Woo-woo! Side room is, like, kind of dark. Really, because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your objective opinions on this court.
Like, that's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meany's? It was such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man.
Like, okay.
Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. Sorry, I'm moving this. There we go. Let's do this. You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face.
Continue. And I persuaded my sister that it was right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Minnie, like at the time?
Well, she was, like, totally flipping out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah.
Okay. And then I took her to the channeling chamber. So was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better.
I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix White. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
Can I ask you one more thing, Miss Meany?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean?
When you... were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
I'm like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber, is that all important? It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Meany, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay.
I didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the chamber. Save right here, because we know that's false. Present. This. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the windy way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh. Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While she was sitting right in the middle of the windy way. What? So how did you miss that? Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the windy way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I think I have sufficiently proved one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you mean? The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's a clear contradiction here. Contradiction? Where is this contradiction? I had to leave, I just came back again. That's fine. People have things to do. Nothing wrong with that. We're proving Miss, Red Hair that she's lying about where she was during the time of the murder. Because poor Pearl broke the urn. Now I gotta figure out, it's in her testimony just now, it's in the evidence. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meanie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gotten the call of police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? No killer found yet? Not yet. We're getting there. We're pushing towards that. We're at the cusp of it right now. It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How did you know that Morgan was by herself? I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. Okay, good. Yeah, you haven't missed that yet. We're not there yet. We're almost there. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could have not known that. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the windy way. Haha. We caught you in your lies. But look at the manor guide map. If we were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the windy way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meany, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off the baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eeny Meeny. Now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Here we go. Where was the witness when the murder took place? I'm assuming... Oh, in here. Miss Meany was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the scene of the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meany was at the scene of the crime. I was like, I'm assuming it's just the channeling chamber. If it's not, I don't know where the friction went. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple, Miss Eeny Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Slimeball. Now, Miss Meany. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the photo screen with the help of this. Da-da-da-da! Charge! Miss Meany. How you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. Alright. Ooh-wee. Goodness. Francisca, you're... Ugh. But the clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Was it now? Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the scene of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence, I think. And now I presented the evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. There's a hole that looks... Can I... Yeah, okay. I was like, can't I just present the box again? Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right, I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Yeah, she got very lucky with that one. Miss Meanie. You're hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what you're saying, then Mr. Phoenix Wright, where did you get 6 from? I accidentally said 6, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just like 2, 4, 6, 8, like that type of thing for some reason. That's my guess. Cool, boss. Then Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? Maya Fey? She had planned it from the very beginning. She could kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't listen to this I can't stand listening anymore of this foolishness. Let's go. Oh, you haven't even got to see the big surprise yet. There's a big surprise in this case. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we're going to see it. Probably very soon. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. Ugh. It's not possible for one person to do all by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, this foolish received no mercy. The foolish received no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Huff huff. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. Boop. This person. This person. Goodness. If it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Faye. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie? I knew what I got it. Well, there's still more to be. That's not what I was talking about, the surprise. There's a bit more. I'm not gonna, like I said, you'll find out very, very, very soon. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. I know nothing about this game. And then the channeling started. That's fine. It's just it's a game about you playing a lawyer and you defend your clients against the accusations brought against them. So you try to figure out the truth. about each murder case that happens, and there's 5 chapters per game, so this is the second game. So that's all you really need to know. It's just entertaining. It's an entertaining game series, that's all I have to say about it. And then the channeling started, I read that already. My classes just will not clean themselves. My goodness. I know it from the memes, that's all. Then that's all you kind of really need to know. The memes tell you a lot about what the game kind of does. It does its wacky moments, as you saw. This is about the romance between the protagonist and his rival, his loyal rival. Yes, that's what some fanfictions are about this game. I don't think that's not technically canon, so we're not going to go into that rabbit hole. The murderers crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. He was still alive. Oh my gosh, so Choco was guilty. Yes, it was very... I just was not prepared. I was not prepared. It was a good joke. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the 2 shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meanie, she immediately covered her costume with blood, pretending to be Maya Fey. Bullet, that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Quickly go and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Huh. Who is that, laughing at a time like that? This. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still, by chance, evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? I told you, it's not over yet. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very critical area. And that is... If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Is she stupid? Why? No, she's not. She's asking a genuine... You'll see why she's asking the question. Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, pulling on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Sure it was, Eenie. Sure. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, like... That's exactly what I wanted to say, too.
Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
Motive. I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason why Dr. Gray dead is this. And one of those revealed that she fell asleep at the well. That the wonder of her sister. I think it's either this one or this one. Okay.
Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with these silly answers, Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
Great. Just great. Now she's even calling me by my full name.
You think I just did this to get my revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
So senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a totally coincidence. He had asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her airhead persona. Because she thinks she's safe. However, you see, ouch. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. To the end. Oh boy. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Meany has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Well, she kinda does. But that's a secret until it gets revealed. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. Oh, there's very good reason. There's very good reason. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Irk. What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
Hee. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Meeny. Hold it. Was it Mia?
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
Alright.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous, messed up plan for a murder. But, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Being delusional gets you far in court. It seems.
Well, hey, if you can back it up with proof,
then technically yes.
Technically you can, if you prove it. Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meany has a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Kind of, yes.
Well, yes, I just have to figure it out. Eeny money just said, that's silly tea. Yes, I can. Yeah, it's funny. I am not totally confident here, but I know what I must press on no matter what. What's your proof? What proof, Your Honor? Ugh.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this.
I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meanie had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek!
Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? You're supposed to be on my side. Eek!
Yvonne Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Thank you, Francisca, for being stubborn. That's all we can say. Thank you. Thank you, Francisca. And I don't care if you're my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way.
No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second.
Yes! Safe! We made it! Alright. We're the last half. This last piece. We're almost there. Woo! Alright. Freaking. I'm like, it's gotta be. We gotta prove something. Okay, June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. To be continued, huh? Holy cow, this case is long. It's just the second half. But yeah, it's kinda long. But not completely. I know, right? Yeah, this is the last piece. This is the last half of the court meeting. Of this case. Because this is, what is the... how is it said? Part 4-2. Okay.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt...
The length of the trials are the most realistic thing of the game, if not the only. Wow. Everything is going just as everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yay, we got to see her in a different sprite. Ick. Miss Von Karma.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to worry about? Say, your own situation?
Looking down on me, even though we're the same age?
Are you done yet? You caused me enough pain and suffering. Has she now? Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. As you can tell, this 18-year-old is very, vengeful? I don't know if that's the word. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Okay, see you in court in a second. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie has a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Can I? Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Meenie, if you please.
Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but...
Alright, last year's accident. I don't know why accident and
incident is an I. Accident is an A. I don't know why. It happens English. That was like last year in May. Like something really bad happened at like my sister's clinic around then. And like the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. They love this animation. I was like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flames around me. I like opened the door and like got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was a talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was a talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Look, those are merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. If Mr. Wright, if you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meanie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Yep. Last year's accident. Okay, that was last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd, and like, our accident was like on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. Okay, something really bad happened at my sister's clinic. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Minnie? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Minnie's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Minnie's the one who made the mistake. But, like, it wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the incident, my sister was totally tired while driving. I can't English today. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. Well, yeah. 14 people died under her care. I think people would definitely be suspicious. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that car accident happened, huh? Press harder. So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I can barely ever English. Yeah. English be difficult sometimes. Even when you speak it all the time, you just go, English, very difficult. I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But like, I don't like have a driver's license? This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie. Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I know this. No. Sister was totally pooped, so I too fell asleep. Woke up. Where the frick? Totally tired when she was driving. Oh, it just went away. Oh, right. Fine, we'll go through this. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like it was at like 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had like a paper due, like really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, really hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. Accident, it's goodness. I woke up from a jolt. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. Alright. I opened the door and got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like, kept wanting to forget that time, so, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright, no need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. I, like, didn't have my license, so I couldn't take over the driving for her. Oh, so you put it at the end. Let me read this. Feel that she'd fallen asleep at the wheel. I was, like, totally tired, and I dropped off to sleep. There was a huge crash, and I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I'm still half asleep, but I opened the right door and got out. I don't, like, remember anything else. And driving the car was her sister, Mimi. Minnie was the nurse. Okay. I have a license, so I couldn't take over driving for her. And that's why you were in the passenger seat? Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college research lab till, like, really late. So my sis, like, was, like, giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix? Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yeah, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Well, yeah, I know. I have an idea. I, like, woke up. I opened the door. This, I'm pretty sure, is... Boop. Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Meanie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Dr. Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinical director. Who cares? Does this have, like... I want the transcript. I want to read what he said. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? No, oh, Your Honor. Yes. Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license. Look. Ow. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Thanks, Francisco. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would, like, let me drive. Ow. Don't just stand there. Aim to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meanie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Joy, I wouldn't be allowed. Everything, notifications after notifications. Is that whip even legal? I don't think so, but the judge hasn't said anything. So I think she's allowed, because the judge is allowing it, so it's comedic effect. It's part of Francisca's personality. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Well, it's just interesting she knew about the car. Around the time I was really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Permit? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is? Well, this lawyer has never had a permit. Like, Your Honor, no. Oh boy, we're doing this again. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? I guess. She was told a big fan of cars. Go back. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain, and, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Press harder. Why did she take such a special care? Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Meanie, what kind of car was it? A sports car. It was a new car? Yeah? She had, like, just gotten it? It was, like, from the UK? The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? I love you, Judge. I do. I truly do. You're not this old. I'm so worried for the judge. How old are you? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm going to laugh too hard for my own good, ma'am. Alright. It was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Press harder. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness amend what she had just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point.
Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Meany, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever.
New car was totally special model from England. I yelled, "Hold it," pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about the cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
What do you know?
The sleep, the purr, the weight, sorry, the raw feeling of transmission, the cool breeze of the AC. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at a drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
Phoenix 2 brain cells can't handle the cars. Yes, he cannot handle it. Well, because he probably doesn't drive, he just walks everywhere. Was your sister good at driving?
She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world.
Somehow, I think she had bumped my question off track again. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat. And that was when the accident occurred, correct?
Like, yeah, I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big in here. It's going to be very hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Believe. This is a path. There is a path, I know it.
Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Her face. Just her face of like, yes, I know what's happening. My sis' new car was like totally special model for me. What if there was never a sister? There was a sister, I promise you, there was a sister. I will promise you there is. Present. If I, the woman's knife, escaped from and died at the site. Feel that the car had fallen asleep at the wheel. Car should have woken up to keep flame, but I opened the right door and got out. There we go. Miss Meany, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Door is in the driver's door. Uh-huh. That's what... So are you ready? Are you ready for the big secret? Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Meany, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the door. I was just about to say that about the seats. Yeah? If you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. I knew it. Order in the court. Order. Heck, Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Amy said that person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Minnie. That is what Amy said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can be only one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Meanie, who was really driving that night? Okay, now the question becomes... And the answer is Eenie Meanie, of course. Why would you say that? Your Honor sent her to the Ultra Jail. Eenie Meanie just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she had escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's side was. Yeah. I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. No, you're... At the time, Miss Eenie Meanie had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Holy Phoenix! Looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box, isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. Okay, so it is... Okay, so are you guys ready? Are you ready for the big surprise? The answer is that the only person who had her driver's license, Meanie Minnie, to the Shadow Realm, Your Honor. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness name, this name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness' real name is... Dun da da da. There you go. There's your surprise. Meanie Minnie, that is your real name. Of all the foolish drivel. Then, how do you explain her appearance? She changed places with her sister. Yeah. This witness has severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. I knew it too. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Meanie Minnie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site was the body of the real Eenie Meanie. Isn't that right, Miss Meanie Minnie? Ta-da! I had thought of that on the last stream. Why did I never say my things out loud? Well, because you would... But yeah, that's what the whole secret was. Is this. But hey, nothing's wrong with being like, oh, I knew it. It's cool. But yeah, that's the whole surprise. Surprised. That car accident 1 year ago. This case has been wild. Yep. And it only gets wild from here. The one who died that night was Eenie Meanie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Meanie Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Maybe you should start saying your theories out loud. Maybe. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Meanie Minnie. However, that would not have been possible, because Meanie Minnie was still, in fact, alive. And it would reveal everything. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? I think you have a point. Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. The door. Well, Miss Miss Von Karma. Eek. Why did you say my name just now?
Looks like I've been unmasked.
Witness?
That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Minnie.
That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Minnie wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. That timing couldn't have been worse. 4 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that chittering mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Edie had been the most horrible experience in the world. So this kills trick of hers is actually 16. Yeah. Spirit channeling cult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Meanie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisca Von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be a broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Wow. Yow, ow, 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 ow. Ow! Okay, enough! And for one good measure. Well, he's down. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix, Phoenix! This cult is a fraud, a sham. You made a man unconscious! Francisca! Now then, it looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Can we take him to the hospital? Yay! Yay, Maya! That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis!
Oh, they get to hug. Oh.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? It was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago.
Oh. Oh, my heart. Oh, that hurts. Oh, it hurts. My soul. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lara would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had a plan down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Minnie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... What? I think it was
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Karam village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And that would happen, and what would happen then?
The Branch family, my aunt?
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Yep. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement. Cell 13. Yo, I got that on the list, so I get the point. Yep, you did.
My precious Pearl, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karam. Dear child, I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and I cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Reunion and turnabout. The end. So yeah, that tells you all about the Wicked Witch that is Maya's aunt. So you can see why Pearls is the way that she is. Hang on, like, 1 second. I'm gonna check something. What was the thing? Yeah, reunion and turnabout. Okay. Alright, we'll do the boop, and then we'll play a little longer. But hey, we got it! Woohoo! Alright, chapter 3. Turnabout, Big Top. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. I am not ready for this case. I'm not ready. The world's greatest magician. The one, the only... Maximilian Galicia. December 26th, 8:12 p.m. Very big circus entrance. I've never stayed in a stream this long. We get the next case immediately. Now, well, I'm glad that you wanted to stick around. I hope it's been entertaining. But yeah, we're doing a little bit of the new case, since we have a little bit of time.
Wow, that was like being in a dream. Haven't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearlie? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, and an elephant that rode a giant ball. Not to mention the guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician. A magician? No, a magician. Mr. Nick?
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits?
No, it does not, Pearls. Not in this instance. I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Pearls. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Koran village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self.
It's time to go.
Oh, does Phoenix recruit Pearls now? I hope he pays her at least so she can't to buy it anymore. I guess. I don't know. That's something. He takes them out to, like, trips like this, I guess, is payment.
It's time to go. You're right. We can't miss the last train.
Pearls, you remembered the train.
Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year.
Don't worry about it, really.
Are you going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I'm glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. Pearlie, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick.
Oh, Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. Pat, 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 pat. I hope she remembers my personality. Yes, I know. It is not. She's not working for anybody. She's coming to visit. December 28th, 9:12 a.m. Brian Cole offices. Well, today wraps it up for this year. Hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Hello, this is Wright & Cole offices.
Nick, it's terrible.
Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here too.
Huh?
The office is a terrible mess and I have to clean it up.
What are you talking about?
My dirty office? What are you talking about?
Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV.
The TV? Now let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Very Big Circus?
That's the circus we went to, right?
They're saying that there was a murder.
Yeah, they arrested him too.
Arrested who?
Max. They arrested Max Galactica.
This guy. Maximilian Galactica. Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max.
Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center.
Huh? What?
See you there. You still got plenty of time to clean up your office later.
What? Beep. She's like, I know your new client, Phoenix. Alright, off we go. I clicked it. Go. December 28th, 11:19 a.m. Detention Center Visitors Room.
What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max?
You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used magical skills to deal death with a sleight of a hand?
Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing.
Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous! What a clever girl, such a fabulous understanding of events. What's with all this fabulous talk? Welcome to the visitors' room.
It's Max! Nick, look, it's the real Maximilian Galactica!
Alright, sweetie, pick a card, any card.
He called me sweetie, swoons. Nick!
Ha ha ha! Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card, any card.
This one.
Uh-huh, I thought you would pick that one, sweetie.
I can't.
How many cards do you have in your sleeves? There's so many! The Ace of Hearts.
Ah, he got it, Nick, look, he got it!
What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valuable possessions. I just want to smack my forehead so hard right now. Sir, you're arrested for murder. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But as you can tell, he's taking this quite well. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
Max!
Swoons again. Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time.
Max, you should let Nick pick a card.
Eek, I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Thanks! You just noticed I'm here. Thanks, buddy. I'm here to defend you, and you're flirting with my friend. Calm your tuchus for like 2 seconds. Do we have your profile? How old are you? Okay, that's not as bad. Okay, you were closer in age than you were. I'm like, how old are you? Her driver? Whatever, hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you?
Yes, I'm your biggest fan.
Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Thanks. I'll treasure it.
Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling?
I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. I don't blame him. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over here. Over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Shower me with your attention, okay? Man. As what was said before, sir, you are arrested for murder. Is it a time for flirting? Ugh.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely cringe-inducing. Oh, boy. So yeah, we're gonna end that here for today. So, we finished case 2, and now we're dealing with this guy. So it will be definitely an entertaining case. That's all I can say for now. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!